fathers of naturopathic medicine would say almost all diseases are nutritionally born. And that is something that I think that we should all take very seriously, that it's very important to make sure that we're not doing things that continuously irritate the gut in terms of inflammation. And things that can do that are the most inflammatory foods are, and this doesn't mean for every meal and for every body, but when somebody does a lot of inflammatory foods, which can be red meats, eggs, sugar, and alcohol. Unfortunately, I have to put coffee on that list too.
Really?
Those are among the most inflammatory foods we can eat, and if you have those things over and over and over again, that's enough to create toxemia, which then will absolutely sink a ship in terms of your...
Do you do a lot of, how can I say this? Do you teach people how to detox their body?
I do.
I think that, how often a year do you think the average person should detox their body?
You know, for that I would actually lean into the Chinese medicine paradigm, because in Chinese medicine it is seen to be appropriate to cleanse your body in spring and cleanse your body in fall. And so to do one kind of cleanse or other, there are many different approaches to do that, but basically what you want to do is simplify the diet tremendously. Only hypoallergenic foods, maybe only plant foods, and then do something that'll stimulate the release of toxins. We have many ways to do that, from herbs to...
That would be a good book for you to do, because there's a lot out there, but I think with all that you know, that would be a very important thing to get across, because everybody needs to be doing it.
Well, I think that, you know, when we think of it with our houses, that we're doing spring cleaning or fall cleaning, same thing, that in the fall, the organs that are the most affected by the change of the fall weather would be the lung and large intestine, which is why everybody gets colds around now, right? Yeah. And so if you do a cleanse at large intestine time, you're going to get more bang for your buck to do it at this time.
Okay. Did we answer that first question?
Oh, we didn't finish completely. That's the role of nutrition in causing cancer. But the role of nutrition in treating cancer, through nutrition you can create one of these cleanses. You can reverse toxemia. Yes. It can be done very quickly. And you know, this is kind of a nebulous question in terms of treating cancer, like which cancers and how far developed are they?
Exactly.
But whenever you do anything to reduce the stress on the immune system, you are going to free up the fighters to go after the cancer. So anytime you take food allergies out of your diet, you will be freeing up the antibodies that were going after the food to now be free to sequester and destroy cancer.
Okay, good answer. We've got time for just one more question.
Okay, so Joy Marie has a question. What's the effect of hormone-treated cattle, chickens, etc. on our bodies?
Huge.
You know that, you know, we're talking about agribusiness here, and large producers are adding hormones, antibiotics, and sub-quality food to the feed of these animals that humans consume. Right. And anything that they consume is in their meat. It's in their blood. It's in their fat. Anything we consume, we're getting that.
Right.
And so hormone-treated meats has been cited as the most probable cause why little girls are starting their periods at a much younger age all the time.
As young as 8.
As young as 8. I've heard 8. And
granddaughter, 8 years old.
And you know, so it's seen that, you know, it's in the meats, but if you're having non-organic kinds of butter, you're getting super concentrated hormones in butter. So you should really go out of your way and pay the extra $1 to get the organic butter, so that you're not getting the byproducts and runoff and concentrations of what they feed animals that are not raised in a natural way.
You know, we have had, especially over the last 5 or 6 years, just from what I've noticed, a lot more people coming forward and discussing organic versus, you know, what's sitting on the shelves, especially the things in cans with all of the salt and the preservatives and all of that. But I still believe there's a huge number out there of people who still don't get it, that still are putting themselves at great risk, especially from what it is that you're talking about, with what's happening to the meats, what's happening to the dairy products. And yet, it's interesting how the Food and Drug Administration is coming forth and closing down natural cheese producers, like I just learned recently that there was a company back in the Midwest that the Food and Drug Administration gave them 24 hours to destroy $1 million worth of natural cheese. So there's a lot going on, I think, in our society to bring this forth to be natural, and then there's another element that's trying to keep the fillers and the sugars on the shelf. You know, it's so we have to go out of our way to really take care of ourselves and to find those sources, because just about the time that we've had expanded and sourced and found it, it's been closed off. So now we got to go someplace else and find a source that's closed off. And I just believe that the more education there is, the more that we as a society are going to demand it. It's about supply and demand. It's also about money. So if we put our intelligence there, I think it could change a lot of things.
I do too.
I do. Yeah.
What you pay attention to thrives.
Exactly. Well, you have a little bit more. We have 1 more minute. How about another question there?
If we have 1 more minute, I just want to reiterate. I want to reiterate that you can expect to be healthy without medicine, and that by paying attention to the simple foods and eating in accordance with the guidelines I gave you, you can expect to have robust health without pharmaceuticals.
An extended life.
Yes.
In good health.
And a big life that's really happy and fulfilled because you got all your basic needs met.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you for being on the show today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And going out there and lecturing, writing your books, having your practice. I mean, you're on your mission. And I just want to thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, sweetie. Take care.
Thank you.
I would like to thank our sponsors, Westside Florist, Aloha Market Center, Southwest TV Highway in Aloha, and Izzy's Family Restaurant, Southwest Broadway in Beaverton. And a special thanks to our crew and our audience. And remember to create possibilities in your life and expect and create miracles. Thank you. See you next show. Thank you for watching Create Your Own Reality, a program about hope, inspiration, and encouragement. If you would like to be a member of our audience for future shows, please email us at createyourownreality@hotmail.com. We are grateful to these local businesses for their support in making this program possible.